you have your first conference taking place in November. Can you tell us what we can expect from this conference?
And if you look at the world activities in sports and entertainment, many of the environments are getting back to play, but not to spectate. And we feel by November that the spectate side of it will probably be enhanced a little bit depending on the location and the city, etc. So what we want to do is take a look at reimagining the future, looking at how do we adjust, what's the new norm, and spend time in November to get ready really for what I would say around the corner. And our conference has a couple of key things I'd like to bring forward to you. One is, I think we want to kick it off with how did one manage their way through this disruption? You know, we've had some great visionary leaders in our world that know how to manage major catastrophes and disruptions. So we're going to concentrate on that to kind of kick it off. And that will be followed by the health industry. I mean, if you look at what's happened to us, those of us in security now have a partner now, if it's the best way of putting it, a health expert that's on our staffs now that are worried about health compliance. And we want to take a look at enhancing health and safety measures for the future of our industry. So we'll have outstanding physicians work with us through that process. Then I wanted to move forward into what have we learned from COVID-19 up to this point, and particularly on sports organizations such as the Olympics, the Council of Europe, maybe our stadiums and arenas in the United States. What have we learned? I think we have to start with the baseline. What have we learned? And then we'll move into what we have learned to start to pivot to where we're going. And one of the areas that we'll start off with is there going to be a change in the design of our facilities in the future? Not necessarily structural changes, but a design change of the flow, right, for ingress and egress, etc. So we'll spend time on design changes. Another area of our concern is how do we manage the new risk? The new risks. There are new entities that we haven't dealt with before until after COVID-19. The risks are changed. The risk can be certainly in the one area of credentialing of people coming into events is a new risk that we never had before. The other area, finances. We don't have fans and stands. Many of us have lost billions of dollars because we can't generate dollars. So what's the impact of finances on preparing for the future? What kind of new revenue streams are we thinking about? What are we cutting to meet these budgets? So we have to spend time on financing. How can we build confidence? And then I mean by that is meeting the fan expectations as they return to live events. What's the ingredients? What is it going to take to assure a fan that when they come back, the stadium is secure, it's comfortable, and it's clean? So we're going to we'll wrap up the first day with that expectation. And then the second day, we'll start off with the global approach to venue and event reopening. So we're going to get a fresh look at stadiums, three stadiums all over the world, one in the United States, AT&T Stadium. We'll have Melbourne Grounds in Australia and Wembley. Those are three venues that have spent a lot of time in preparation of reopening and what they've learned. So that'll be very exciting. And then we also want to get into, we're spending a lot of time on COVID-19, but what is security going to look like after COVID-19 beyond it? There's still terrorist There's still problems that other areas that we face. There could be many other threats. So I want to make sure that as we go through this conference, that people keep a balance of other things other than COVID-19. And then we want to hear from Interpol, talking in terms of boosting major sports and entertainment events through international cooperation and capacity building. Because as we look at the mission of the Institute, it's just about that as well, as how do we build capacities in these areas. And then I want to suggest that we had a session on digital technologies, marrying the fan experience with technology and safety. So we'll get some outstanding people throughout the world in the technology industry to speak to that. And then, of course, there's a request for social distancing and how's that going to play out as we go to the new norm. And then looking at, this is an important session too, navigating the event cancellation, the insurance implications. How do we write insurance policies in the future, right? There may be another pandemic. But so I think the attendees need to hear and understand what those implications are. Then we like to finish the conference with this topic, the New World Order, connecting with the post-2020 sports fan. What is this fan in 2020 going to be like in 2021?
It certainly seems to be a full program. Just remind us the dates of that again.
It's November 17th and 18th. We've also made arrangements, Ross, that, for instance, if you're occupied during the day, you miss a session, that we'll have this conference on demand for 30 days beyond 17th and 18th of November. So this will give our attendees an opportunity to be there at the live environment, but also if they want to, they'll get the recorded session for 30 days.
It's going to be a busy couple of days and there's a lot of material to get through and
Yes.
a lot of good discussion to be had, and hopefully, you know, solutions can be found in order to get the spectators, as you say, back into the stadiums.
That's the goal.
Lou, thank you very much for your time today, and looking forward to speaking to you again.
Ross, thank you so much.